For decades, we were told that once we reached a certain age, our brains stopped growing and simply began to decline. But top neurosurgeon Dr. Russell Blaylock has revealed a startling truth that changes everything we know about aging. Your brain never stops changing, and in fact, it actually becomes more complex the older you get. This process, known as neuroplasticity, means that even into your 80s, 90s, and beyond, your brain is constantly building new synapses and wisdom, provided you stop feeding it the toxins that destroy these connections and start feeding it the fuel it desperately needs. The biggest enemy your brain faces today isn't just old age. It is a silent fire called neuroinflammation caused by excitotoxins, hidden additives like MSG and aspartame found in thousands of processed foods, which overexcite your brain cells until they die, a process Dr. Blaylock warns is a major driver behind Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and chronic memory loss. But the good news is that you can put out this fire and armor plate your brain by focusing on 5 specific nutrients found in the grocery store, not the pharmacy. The first and arguably most critical nutrient is DHA, an omega-3 fatty acid that makes up a staggering 50% of the solid fat in your brain and is essential for forming those new memory pathways. Dr. Blaylock notes that Alzheimer's patients are often drastically deficient in DHA, so to correct this, you need to bypass processed foods and turn to the rich natural sources found in the traditional American diet of the past, specifically fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, aiming for about 400 to 600 milligrams a day to dampen inflammation and boost serotonin. The second vital nutrient is magnesium, a mineral that the modern American diet has largely stripped away, leaving our brains vulnerable to stroke and trauma. Magnesium is the calm-inducing mineral that regulates blood flow and protects your neurons from overexcitation, and you can find it in abundance in dark leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and pumpkin seeds. Simple staples that act as a shield for your nervous system. Third on our list is vitamin C, which Dr. Blaylock emphasizes is far more than just an immune booster. It is a critical brain-protecting antioxidant that regulates dopamine and prevents the buildup of toxic glutamate. And the best way to get it is through berries like blueberries and strawberries, which rank high on the ORAC scale for destroying free radicals. Fourth, we must look at vitamin E, specifically the natural forms found in plants that protect the delicate fatty membranes of your brain cells from rusting and decaying. Unlike synthetic supplements, real vitamin E from almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, and olive oil works in perfect harmony with vitamin C to create a barrier against aging. Finally, to keep the lights on in your brain, we need coenzyme Q10 and alpha-lipoic acid, which fuel the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every brain cell that generate energy. Because as we age, our energy output drops. But eating foods rich in these compounds helps maintain the high energy levels required for clear thinking and memory recall. However, adding these good foods is only half the battle. Dr. Blaylock warns that we must aggressively eliminate the inflammatory oils. The omega-6 vegetable oils like corn, soybean, sunflower, and canola oil, which act like gasoline on the fire of brain inflammation, and instead return to whole, organic, unprocessed foods that our grandparents would have recognized. By making these simple switches, trading processed oils for healthy fats and filling your plate with antioxidant-rich whole foods, you aren't just eating for today, you are fueling the wisdom of the age and protecting your most precious asset for decades to come.